Welcome to our Teacher Talks section for second grade. Today we are going to explore ways that you can support your child's learning at home. Let me introduce myself. I'm Yanni Martinez. I'm working at Newland Elementary. I'm second grade teacher and senior team lead. I'm originally from Puerto Rico. I have been living here in Denver, Colorado for around 9 years, but also I have been teaching for 24 years now. Also, I have experience as a leader, assistant principal before. I love teaching, reading, and writing. I love hiking and spend time with my family and friends. Family engagement is all about building a strong partnership between home and school to help your child succeed. Here, I want to share with you some ways of how families in our community stay engaged throughout the year. We'll stay connected through regular communications, um, conference celebrations, and fun cultural activity like Dia de los Muertos, and we celebrate values at our school. I want you to know that if your child speak another language at home, that's actually a superpower for learning English. Students who have a strong foundation in their home language typically learn English more quickly. But every student learn at their own pace, and that's completely normal. It's fine. It's important to understand that your children don't develop all language skill at the same speed. And that's completely normal. Usually, listening and speaking skill develop faster than reading and writing skill, with writing often taking the longest to develop. The sample report that I'm showing here shows how we measure your child progress in all four areas: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. There's many simple ways you can support your child's language development at home that fit into your daily routine. Stay in touch with your child teacher about their progress, encourage English practice through fun activities like reading together or watching educational shows. And ask your child to tell you about their day or describe pictures that they see. We have books that you can find in your local library or your child's school where you can find bilingual books. This book come in both language, so your child can see um, the story in English and Spanish. In that way, your kids can find difference and similarities in both language. In second grade, fluency skills are pretty important. Reading fluency means your child can read smoothly with expression and at an appropriate speed. And many second graders are still developing this skill. The chart shows that about half of our students need extra fluency support, which is very common at this age. You can help at home by having your child read the same short test several times until it becomes smooth. Taking turn reading pages with them or reading together at the same time to model good fluency. Also, you can ask to your child's teacher if she can provide you a list of words that your child can read. This is a pretty quick activity where you can monitor how many words your child can read in 1 minute. Usually, the kids in second grade should be able to read 45 words per minute by the end of the school year. So you can use your phone to track the minute with your child and check how many words he can read or she can read every day. Another way is to use your child home language as a bridge to English learning. Cognate are words that sound similar and mean the same in both language. Like hospital in English is the same in Espanol, hospital. Making lists and taking and talking about how the language are similar and different, this build vocabulary in both language at the same time. I have an example that I want to show you. Um, we typically in the classroom use two colors to differentiate both language. We use blue for Spanish and green for English. Um, we usually put word in Spanish because that's the strength of our student. And then we help them to discover which language they know that they have heard before, that is similar in Spanish. For example, we have animal in Spanish that in English is you can see um, both words, English and Spanish, are have the same letters, but they have different pronunciation. Animal, animal, right? And then in Spanish also we have another word that we can use, elefante. Kids love animal, right? So you can use what they know to help them to understand um, other word in English. In English is elephant, and you can ask your child what difference they can see between um, both words. We can identify words that what is the same in both words and what could be different in both language. And the last one is insecto, that in English is insect. And you can see here that there is a similarity. These are the same in both language, but with the difference that we have the vowel at the end in insecto. And here there's a few resources that you can use to support your child reading and writing, and also in language development. Also, I want you to remind you that there's another section in spring, but in between, if you have any question, you can reach out to my email, Olga_Martinez at dpsk12.r. Thank you.